Okay, so part three of the reading. Now that you're moving into detachment from this situation or this person, it's creating this energetic vacuum effect. It's kind of pulling, like, or even the rubber band effect is like you pulling on it and somebody can feel that because you're going in the opposite direction. This may create this, like, this energy that will build in the field as you start to detach. And the reason I'm not telling you this so you can get obsessive over it or worry about it or anything. It's so that when this happens, if you start to feel overwhelmed, if you start to feel super sad out of nowhere, like if you're just in the middle of living your best life and all of a sudden you kind of get hit with the wave of energy, or, you know, the thoughts start to become very intrusive, even if you're like, I'm really in a different space right now, that those are signs, those are nudges that this is someone else's energy creating a little, not a little bit, but creating tension or a static in your field. So that's just something spirit wants you to be aware of. And it happens it's very common. Like, it's just something that always happens when you start to detach your energy from someone that you have a very strong attachment to. Okay. And the Hierophant is telling me that you absolutely do have a strong attachment to this person. Even if you don't necessarily, like, it gives more like soul contract. Like, there's just something about your paths in this lifetime that were intertwined. Not that you're necessarily feeding the connection by any means. Now, I am feeling like this is creating a sense of desperation with this person. Somebody may really try to come through with like a breadcrumb, but it may be very unimpressive to you, especially if you're moving into the Queen of Wands energy, which is a very magnetic energy. This is you popping out, like the Queen of Wands and the Three of Cups. This is you popping out with your friends. This is you celebrating, having a good time, laughing, doing your thing. And this is somebody that is feeling the iceness, the coldness and the ice. I just made a new word, but it's somebody feeling like your icy cold shoulder at this point and possibly trying to, it feels like a desperate attempt to do something to stay relevant or stay in the field. Okay. That's kind of what it's feeling like here. Now, all day, even when I did those collective readings earlier today, I've been getting blasts from the past. Now, I specifically referenced a Brendan Fraser movie. I think it's Brendan Fraser. Definitely correct me if I'm wrong for my millennials and my Gen X people, but I think it's Brendan Fraser. So maybe some of you, maybe there's been a synchronicity about Brendan Fraser popping up or something about that movie popping up. But overall, the message is that something may be resurfacing in this time frame. And Spirit mostly wants you to be aware of it so that you don't, get destabilized by this energy. Okay. So Spirit, anything else about this situation that you want the collective to know about? Six of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Lovers. Let's do, no, actually, I'm going to just finish it now. I was like, let me just finish it now. So the Six of Wands is telling me that you are already victorious in this situation. And the reason why is because if you've chosen yourself, even if every day doesn't feel perfect emotionally, you are still in the space of you left a very tough chapter of your life. And now you are actually being seen and being very visible to people who can actually appreciate you. Let me pause real quick. So you are getting a level of visibility that is pretty much owed to you, kind of like almost like the universe trying to balance itself out here. So this is victory. This is visibility. This is success. This is validation. With the Seven of Swords and the Lovers here, I'm also getting like, you need to be very careful about the people that you allow into your field at this point in your life, because you are reaching like you're moving up in magnetism. People are starting to, or noticing you, maybe complimenting you more in this frequency. But you may have some options and choices or really big decisions in your life, and you need to be very aware of what you're doing or who you're doing it with. Okay. So it's not anything where you need to be like super rigid or paranoid about it, but Spirit is saying that there are lurkers in your field and you need to be aware of that. So essentially here, be lighthearted, have fun, really immerse yourself into the connections and experiences that align with you. But when it comes to like decisions on allowing people into your space, sharing certain information for some of you, there's certain things that you don't need to be telling people right now, but sharing certain things or making decisions on big things, especially things that have to do with contracts. Cause we have like this energy of like, if you make a decision, a big one, then you need to be aware. Be mindful of it. I would suggest take time to observe things first before you start to make like these really like impactful decisions here. Okay. So that's what I have for y'all. Make sure y'all check out that collective reading today. Lots of tea coming through today, but nonetheless, I hope that this helps, and I'll chat with y'all on the next one. Bye.